Welcome to PDX Soul, where we fuel your fandom. I honestly am not sure if I said that in my last reaction. I have no idea. I was just thinking, I'm filming some reactions back to back to back. If you haven't seen, if the other reactions haven't been put up yet, I mentioned in those ones, so you might be hearing this more than once. Today was my kids' first day back at school, so hence me looking like I just rolled out of bed because the hair was not cooperating and I just had to get the kids to school today. So I'm doing several reactions, kind of all in one chunk, and I'm going to be releasing them at different points coming up here soon. But I want to, while I had some time, to get more ATEEZ reactions out. And then today, the street version MV for Stray Kids 0801 dropped. And so I rushed home from dropping my kids off at school and I threw on my computer to react to that. So I didn't bother looking pretty. Not that I usually look pretty, but yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, I've already recorded my reaction to ATEEZ Treasure official music video. I don't know that I'm gonna release these in order. So this, by the time this goes up on the channel, that reaction should already be out. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. But the next one that's on the list is Hala Hala, Hearts Awaken, Live Alive. But there's several versions of it. So I think I actually want to react to all the versions that I can see here. The first one is a performance video. Then the next one is an official MV performance version. Is that it? There's also, okay, so there's two different versions of it that we have here. So I think I'm going to watch both and see what the difference is. If there's anything different, if there's anything that stands out in either one of them that really catches my eye, we're going to check them out. So the first one we're going to watch is the Hala Hala Hearts Awaken Live Alive performance video. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to stop already. So first things first, when was this released? 6 years ago? 1/15/2019. Okay, I was going to ask if they're wearing masks because of COVID, but this was literally the year before. But the styling, I love me some good styling. Something really interesting and different. And I love this look. It's not quite a cowboy look because, again, their theme is pirates. It's something kind of in between. But I love it. I'm really curious to see how it all looks. I wonder if it was hard to pretend to sing on this, because obviously with the masks on, they're not singing right now. It would be ridiculous to expect them to try to breathe properly dancing, let alone dancing and singing and rapping and things like that. So I wonder if they're mouthing it. I mean, as somebody who's done performances before, sometimes I know that it's like hard for me to remember what's coming next if I'm not like at least mouthing it. But I wonder how difficult that was for them. I mean, they're professionals. I'm sure that it wasn't hard at all, but for me it would be like, where am I? 필름으로 내가만 넣은 그때 그거 둘이 시작점 아직도 하루에도 수백 번 더 컨투만 마인드 발자국 사막의 한복판 조금만 낮은 발 굴러서 만들어 모래바람이 저 끝에도 닿을 때까지 Deep in my heart, deep in my soul 피어나는 flashing light Deep down my heart, deep down my soul 꺼지지 않는 불씨처럼 fire Yeah Okay, that dance move was cool. And did I see The way that they edited that, like his arm was coming out over the edge. Let me look. Yeah, look, the way that it cuts off at the top there. Like you have the what is it called? You can have like the movie theater box, right? So it's like the top is white and the bottom is white. So technically all of what we're seeing at the performance should be within that gray box area, but the way they edited this, they're outside of that box. That is actually really smart editing. That is cool. Okay, the isolations that they're doing in this dancing are insane. Isolations are one of the reasons that I don't think I can ever become a dancer. I have no idea how I would even determine where the muscles were to control them. I mean, being overweight probably doesn't help, but even if I wasn't, I'm not sure that I could isolate like that. That's just crazy. Hurry up now. Surprise, more than getting bugs. So size, got the Yoshi boy. Lightning, let's get burning now. Surprise, more than getting bugs. So size, got the Yoshi boy. Lightning, let's get burning now. We got our signature laugh in there. That was interesting. It was shorter than I expected it to be. And I'm curious if the official music video is longer or not. That was only, that's like a minute and a half. The song is a minute and a half. Not barely, like not even quite a minute and a half. But the dancing, wow. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to see what we're talking about with the dancing here. That was super, super interesting and really cool visually. I liked that. Okay, so now we are going to go to this is the teaser, so we want the Hala Hala, Hearts Awaken, Live Alive official MV, but it still says performance version. Okay, now this is like 4 times as long almost. So this is definitely going to be different. Really curious about this. So here we go. Oh, we're getting lore. Ah, the hair. Look at the hair. Okay, all right. Okay, I love that we're getting into some lore with this. Okay, do the masks somehow represent... So I know that there's, from the storyline, that there's, like, futuristic ATEEZ, which are, like, the... I don't know if it's supposed to be future or if it's supposed to be, like, an alternate reality where we have the pirates, right, who are rebelling against the terrible, awful, oppressive system. And they travel using the chromer to get our boys to team up with them. So the masks, because this is in the performance video, they had masks on too. Does the mask have something to do with the alternate reality or future reality or whatever it is, and like some kind of like way to control people? I'm curious.
외로워도 수백 번 더 come to my mind 저 발자국 사막의 한복판 조금만 낮은 발 굴러서 만들어 모래바람이 저 끝에 닿을 때까지 Deep in my heart, deep in my soul 피어나는 flashing light Deep down my heart, deep down my soul 꺼지지 않는 불빛
I can't help but wonder whenever I see this much drip on the styling, how many times they whack themselves in the face during the dancing with all the chains and crap. Ow. I am sure the masks help with that a little bit, like not breaking their own noses. I imagine it hurts.
Deep down my heart, deep down my soul 꺼지지 않는 불빛처럼 fire yeah 좀 더 뜨겁게 멈출 수가 없게 hold up 터져버릴 것 같아 가자 hurry up now surprise 모두 get it box so size 더 혁신 boy let's get burning now surprise 모두 get it box so size 더 혁신 boy let's get burning now
That is cool. I was wondering what they could do that would make it longer and different, but this part wasn't in, if I remember correctly, it wasn't in the performance video. And I love anything where they break out from a line. I don't know what it is about choreography like that, where they're all lined up and it's like staggered movements, or you know, they kind of almost like a domino effect. I don't know what it is about that in choreography, but I always think it's such a great effect.
Raise me up, take me up, 매일 조금 더. Raise me up, take me up, 먼 곳으로. Yeah, 터뜨려 봄이 시작하고 봄이 팍팍 뒤집을 것이 I feel like that 배 뽑힌 팍 Yeah, 변하신 가치 그래 바꾸지 마 끝이 변신의 가치는 가시온 이 시대 없는 가치 Deep in my heart, deep in my soul 피어나는 flashing light
Do they perform with masks in concert? Like, do they have to try to sing with the masks on? Because I'm thinking about, like, how kind of iconic the styling would be for this particular performance, and having the masks, it seems like it's part of the lore. So do they actually have this set up so they can do it with masks on during live performances, or do they even perform this one live?
My heart, deep in my soul, 피어나는 flashing light. Deep down my heart, deep down my soul. 꺼지지 않는 불빛처럼 fire, yeah. 좀 더 뜨겁게 멈출 수가 없게 hold up. 터져버릴 것 같아 가자 hurry up now. Surprise 모두 get it box. So size 더 혁신 boy. Let's get burning now. Surprise 모두 get it box. So size 더 혁신 boy. Let's get burning now. Hey, hey, we're lighting sun. Hot, hot, hot 뜨거워. Hey, hey, we're lighting sun. 우리 아닌 누구 반박은 너 핫 뜨거워. 일본인 순간을 이제 들었네. 예쁜인 사람 내 곁을 콜리네. Yeah, 손 대고 나서 내가 전부 다 끌리는 대로 내가 가는 거리엔 몇번 없어. 이 곡은 꿈꾸는 대로. Wow.
The hats came off. Nice. Okay. I don't know what you call that kind of microphone. It's kind of like a old school microphone, but it's like handheld. I thought the use of that rather than just like a regular handheld mic is super cool. And the way they have the megaphone decorated is really awesome. Okay, that was cool. Spray painting the camera red, and then now the lighting has changed to red. Obviously red is a big theme, so their colors are black and red, I think, because their flag is black and red. So that must be their their actual colors. And obviously that's going to tie in through the lore. Ooh, that is cool. That is very, and the way they kind of break their necks. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So definitely different performances there. And I like that we got a little bit of lore in the beginning. This is one of those ones that I'm going to have to go back and look at the lyrics um, and start piecing together how the songs are tied to each other. But very interesting. I think that was the only other Hala Hala performance on this list. Let me see. All right, well, that was Hala Hala. And we got the performance video and the official MV performance version. Yeah, so very interesting. We're starting to see some lore here. We're starting to really see the colors coming in. And this is the first one where I've been, I think, shocked by some of the dancing. They're really using a lot of those isolations in this choreography, which I hadn't seen so much of the isolation movements and those really intense and what is the word? I haven't had my coffee, guys. Seriously, like I have a coffee sitting right here, but I've been so excited about reacting. Yeah. Anyway, but the choreography was great in this. I'm really curious to see how this storyline unfolds. If you know the order in which to watch like teaser videos that actually have lore built into them prior to watching the next music videos and some stuff like that, let me know. Because I actually put it into ChatGPT originally, like, okay, what's the order of videos? And it just basically told me music videos from start to finish. And when I'm in here on the KQ Entertainment YouTube, on the ATEEZ playlist, it has, I'm starting from the bottom of the list up. I skipped over all the KQ guys stuff because that was pre-debut. So I'm not watching the stuff pre-debut. I'm starting from debut on. Because I don't think the lore was really tied into the KQ guys stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's lore tied into those videos that I need to see, let me know. But I think all of the lore comes in post-debut. But if you know if there's an order that I should be watching, like teasers, trailers, intros, please let me know if there's specific intro videos and things like that that I should watch. And yeah, anything else that you think that I should know that I don't know as I'm going through these, drop it in the comments below. Thank you for hanging out on this reaction, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.